one day I had some Pakistani sleeping in my bedroom, bro. It was
It was a
fucking weird.
mess. It was a mess. How much was it that you made in revenue the last month?
Monthly, we average about 1.4 to 1.8 revenue million. I have to say that.
Million.
In
Okay. Million
dollars.
USD.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're doing very good. And I couldn't see my mom for not an hour more like this, you know. I had to make it work. I had to make it work fast, and I was the only one to be responsible for this, and the only one that can solve this, you know. And the
Yeah.
quote that I'm pretty much known for now is, "I embarrass my competition," and that goes a lot more deeper, right?
I really
Because
love that quote.
when this year started, I was still offline of social media, bro. I was still in a shitty situation. I wasn't doing 7 figures a month back then. I was maybe doing barely 6 figures a month, you know? But you are gonna get tested. It's not if, it's when. You're for sure gonna get tested.
Hey, the final brother. It's very nice to meet you right now. And right now you're just back in Dubai.
Just back in Dubai. Thank you for having me, my bro.
Yeah. I'm so happy that you're here. For the people that don't know, Defino Harting, he's a friend of mine. We met in Dubai, and he's doing ecom for how much years now?
I started when I was 16, so almost 5 years now, brother.
21 right now. And Defino, he just bought in Mansory. It was not a long time ago, right? The car, the Bentley.
I actually have it for a while, but I was
Oh,
waiting for the review. I was finishing off the video. I was finishing off some little things behind the scenes, but I was hiding it for around 2 3 weeks, which was super difficult. But now the people they have seen it now, so it's all good.
everybody knows it. So yeah, this is who you are. You started with ecoms when you were 16, like 5 years ago, and right now you just recently bought a Bentley Mansory, and you were one of the first youngest owner of having a Mansory. Is that correct?
Uh, to be honest, I doubt it. I really doubt it. But the dealership they told me that it was the case. So
Okay.
Uh, I'm claiming that name. I'm the youngest Mansory owner. Fuck it. At least the youngest self-made owner. You know, there are some rich Arab kids out there and stuff. But I mean, it's cool, right? Who can say that? I wasn't expecting me to say that a year ago, so I'm claiming that name, man. Fuck it.
If Mansory themselves are telling him, then it's valid, man. Then
Up to you.
congratulations with your new car.
Thanks.
Last time I follow you on Instagram. I've watched all of your stories, really inspiring. So for the people that want to check out your stories, you share a lot of value. You share your lifestyle. Very inspirational stories. How can they find you on Instagram?
It's at Defino Harting, just my full name. They can find me there. All other socials behind Instagram are just Defino, just my first name. You can find me anywhere, guys.
Yeah, okay. So, guys, you can check his Insta. And yeah, so I invited, to make a long story short, I invite my friend Defino to share his insights about mindset. I'm really passionate about mindset. I think Defino, he also knows with experience that you need to have a good mindset to be at the level that you're at right now. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's get into it. So we met, I think, in the Dubai Mall. How old were you back then?
I think back then it's just a year ago, right? So back then I was either 20 or 19. I think 19 even. I was thinking a little bit more over a year ago now. So 19 at the time, yeah.
Yeah, 19 at the time. So last time when I checked your stories, I think it was yesterday or something, you shared a screenshot of your Shopify. So how much was it that you made in revenue the last month?
Monthly, we average about 1.4 to 1.8 revenue million. I have to say that.
Million.
In
Okay. Million
dollars.
USD.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're doing very good. I've very recently exited one of my brands. So it's the first time I'm publicly saying that. I've been keeping it very on the low. I've been dropping some stuff out and just focusing now on just two brands. And yeah, it's been paying off, man. We are building something great. And it's very great to have a team around that just shares the same vision, right? So the energy I get out of that is just crazy.
So guys, you see what I'm talking about. Very inspirational. I'm just randomly checking his stories. I see 1.4 million. Like, am I seeing it correctly, or is there something wrong with my vision? That's very inspirational, very respectful. And yeah, so 1.4, 1.8 million in 1 month
Yeah.
in revenue. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
That's seven figures a month, something like
yeah,
that.
in revenue, there's the big capital revenue. I actually tweeted about this yesterday. So people they see this big revenue screenshots and whatnot. I be honest, I rarely share it. I share it like once every month and whatnot. But when you see these revenue screenshots, don't have like the shiny object syndrome or these big eyes or whatever, because you have to understand to get to this mark of doing 7 figures a month. People see the profit, right? Okay, maybe I made 500K in profit, but that's not pure profit. That's cash flow right there. All that cash flow needs to be going back inside my side of my business, right? Like Q4 is coming. I want to grow the business. If I don't put that cash flow back into the business, then how am I gonna grow? So maybe it looks all fancy, this and that on the internet, but it's not reality, guys. I'm not buying a Lambo every other month. It's not how it works.
But you bought Mansory.
I bought a Mansory, yeah. There's a second car coming as well, but yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you can enjoy, but just
Yeah,
giving raw.
that's very transparent of you, man. That's very nice, and very nice that you say that, so that we can understand what the numbers mean, right? Because when people see the big numbers like 1.4 million, they will think like, oh, it's 1.4 million net in your pocket every month. But that's not how it works in business, right? It's revenue, then you have profit. You put the profit back into the business to grow it. That's what
I
you're
can
saying.
actually say that every lesson in business there's out there, I've learned it the hardest way possible, as well as cash flow. So there's another story behind this. I got in 300,000 euros debt when I was 18, and that came hand in hand with cash flow as well. So now I know how to run my financials, how to deal with cash, and how to do my P&Ls and this and that. So yeah, it's just raw reality, guys. Don't. It's very misleading. I can understand that. I'm sharing my numbers for inspirational purposes. I'm not here to sell you anything or whatever. And I mean, people are always showing love. It's very inspirational to some people, and that's how I was when I was just starting out. Right, I was looking at the guys who were doing 7 figures a month, like, oh wow, I need to get to that point. Because there are some guys that are just jealous and they'd be like, nah, that can't be true. There must be something behind or no, he's lucky or whatever. No, I look at that. Okay, you're winning. That's cool. My turn is next. Congratulations. But that's my mindset behind it, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, that's a crazy thing that you just mentioned. So what you're saying basically is that if someone doesn't have the numbers, so let's say um, I see someone that's doing like a million in revenue every month. How do I need to look at that mindset wise to get at the same level of the person? So what you're saying is that I need to look at it and be inspired by it, and I'm the next one. That's the feeling that you had
Yeah.
when you were looking. Yeah.
To give you a better example, this is how I always explain it. Let's say you're in the middle of a city center, right? You are at a traffic light. You know these walking traffic lights on
Yeah.
these zebra pods. I don't know how to call it in English. And the traffic light is red. You're gonna be the
Yes.
first one that walks through the red light. You look behind you, everybody's following you, right?
Yeah,
Because you
that's true.
literally showcase that something is possible. And the people that the person that walks first is not the smartest person. It's just the person that was brave enough to walk first, right? So when I saw these people doing good numbers, and I'm still in this phase, bro. I'm still looking up to the people that doing 8 figures or even make these 100M exits and whatnot. Um, they walk first. So I have the confirmation inside of myself, oh, it's possible. And this guy's not even smarter than me, I can outwork him very easily. So I get motivation out of it. Sometimes people do need that confirmation. I think that's just something human. I think humans are very insecure from basically from always, and you build confidence over time. I think that to have somebody that was there brave enough to do the numbers first and basically showcase that is possible, all you have to do is just follow, right? So it's just raising the boundaries and showcasing what's possible. So that's what really helped for me, and that's what the
Okay.
feedback I'm getting of it out as well.
So what do you mean about raising the boundaries?
So I always say that anything is possible when you set your mind to, right? So when I tell you my targets right now, you'll be like, what the fuck, you know?
What are your targets right now?
You'll see, man.
Or is
You'll
this
see.
something that you don't want to share?
That's something I don't want to share. I'm more of
Okay,
a
I
person
understand.
that want to show it, you know? Um, but it's truly something you can achieve when you set your mind to. And I really believe that. So I want to be the one that's brave enough to walk first, you know? I want to be the one to set the boundaries and showcase what's possible and whatnot. So I don't know about you, but I never seen somebody do 10M a day. But why wouldn't that be possible? You know?
Yeah. So
Because
that's it. That's basically the
oh,
mindset hack that you have. You see someone doing it, and that's for you a confirmation that if he can do it, I can do it.
yeah, and not everyone can be brave enough to walk first through that red light, you know? And I want to be the one that's gonna walk first, man. I have big balls. I have big confidence.
That's nice, man. That's very inspirational. But where do you get that those balls or boldness? Is that maybe a better word?
I
Boldness?
think so, yeah. I think it's just straight hunger, man. To be honest, like I told you, I've every single lesson I learned, I've learned it the hardest way possible. Like literally, I cannot think of a harder way. Like I've been struggling a lot. Like I'm not stranger to struggle. Let me tell you that. So when I finally became successful, I got at a point very, very fast, where it didn't really matter to me about materialistic stuff or some basically what matters the most to people. Like obviously I just bought a car and this and that, but I never really cared about parties. I never really cared about designer clothing or some bull. I really value money, right? So I came past a point that I really didn't care more about money or really spending money. I was just comfortable, and for me, 5K a month is absolutely perfect, you know? And when you earn, let's say, 100x that amount, the money is not really gonna be mattering to you. I can earn 200K a month, I can earn 800K a month. I will not spend more. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just about compounding these small wins, getting energy out of it. You know, most people they wake up very foggy, lazy, they can't open their eyes. Bro, I wake up, I do 100 push-ups, I'm ready to attack the day, bro. I'm ready to attack everything I see, to go all in, full energy. I'm very passionate about what I do. So for me, it's just stacking these small wins, getting confirmations, and just compounding these. So even like I just told you, the 100 push-ups are my first confirmation of the day. Okay, I just got stronger. Discipline, physical, mindset. And that's what helps for me. Like that's what I get my fulfillment out of. And I pass that phase that I get my fulfillment out of money. I've been there, I've done that, I've learned that lesson the hard way. I've been going partying, I've been renting cars, expensive places, this and that, spending money very, very, very fast. But bro, I've seen all that shit, and now my purpose changed, man.
And what's your purpose now? Like your purpose is growing every day and becoming better in what you do?
My purpose is what I always tell people, I'm in a continuous battle with the man in the mirror. So I look myself in the mirror every single day. I'm like, okay, how can I beat this guy? So when the day is gonna come, like there's only one promise in life, and that's that you're gonna die, right? So when that day is gonna come, I want to be like, okay, I've made the fucking maximized version out of myself, like a fucking superhero, you know? And I want my parents to look down on that. I want the people around me to look down on that, on what's the maximum version of yourself gonna be, you know? Physical, mindset, financial, spiritual, like how is that gonna look? Create that avatar for yourself and just strive for that. So it's just a continuous battle with the man in the mirror, and that's what keeps me going.
Okay, so what you keeps you going is being in competition with yourself and seeing like testing the limits, like how far can you go in life? How far can yeah, go financially, spiritually, like in every aspect of your life. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. And the
Yeah.
quote that I'm pretty much known for now is, "I embarrass my competition." And that goes a lot more deeper, right?
I really
Because,
love that quote. It can,
yeah,
when I hear this quote, I literally see your face in front of me.
yeah, man. But I say that because the hardest competitor is the man in the mirror, man. Like, that motherfucker's hard to beat, bro. So the rest is just easy to beat, man. I embarrass my competition. The man in the mirror is my toughest opponent, and to be in continuous war with that, that's just what gives me energy and keeps me going, man.
Okay, okay, I see. So the drive that you have is wanting to improve yourself, grow every day. And what do you mean with embarrassing the competition, right? Like, is it what you're saying? How I understand this is that you are in competition with yourself, and the bar is so high that you keep growing, 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 and then when you see the competition, you see like there is no competition because I
Yeah.
set my standards so high. Is that what you mean with embarrassing the
There's no
competition?
competition. I look down on competition. I don't see competition. Like I said, it's only literally only the man in the mirror. That's my toughest opponent. The rest is just literally irrelevant.
Easy.
It's
Okay.
just different breed, man. There's no one as hungry as me. There's no one putting out this much output as me. Um, when you're continuous in war with the man in the mirror, what's your full potential? And can you wake up? It's about making decisions, right? You wake up, what's your decision? You first open your eyes. Okay, you're gonna close your eyes again, or you're gonna stand up and do 100 push-ups. That's decision one. Okay, you're gonna go behind your desk, or you're gonna lay on the couch for an hour first, scrolling TikTok. Decision two. And it keeps going like this. And inside of it, there you have 1,000, 10,000s of decisions. And it's you which one decision you take, A or B. And bro, it's my competition. They take the most comfortable competition or option, right? So man, like I really
In a way, it's very inspirational because you're 21 years old, you're very young, right? And
yeah.
what you're basically saying right now is that it's very easy to succeed in life because there is almost no competition. Is that what you're saying?
You just have to be a little smarter and work a little harder, and you outcompete anyone.
That's it.
That's it.
So basically, it's very easy to succeed nowadays.
It's very easy. For me, like I told you, what really helped me is that people already done it. People already have been successful. Like that's what really Dubai opened my eyes with this. When I first came here, I never saw that many Lamborghinis in my life. I was like, why do these people make money? Like actually, cars were the first motivation for me to make money. Because whenever I saw an expensive car, I was doing the calculations, right? Okay, an average person makes, let's say, 3K a month on a good salary, right? This car is $200,000. Make it make sense, you know?
Never. Maybe 10 years of my life living with my parents, spending not a single dime, then maybe I can buy the car.
And then you have to maintain it, then you have to go to the gas station, and tires, this, bro,
Yeah,
like,
of course.
that's when I realized, okay, there's more. Like, how is that possible? How can I outwork these people? And before I was always in competition with other people. But I really love the quote, like, comparing yourself is the thief of joy. Like, you're gonna feel like you're left behind. Like maybe people are gonna look at this, okay, this guy is 21 years old. I'm whatever, 23, 24, 25, maybe 30 plus. I'm behind. No, bro. Like, don't compare us. Compare yourself with the guy in the mirror. That's the only opponent you have to beat, right? You have to become a better version of yourself every single day. That's what I'm telling you. It's compounding small wins. It's not 200% on one day and 50% on another day. It's 1% every single day. Small steps, they compound. And when they compound, it's only going faster and faster.
Yeah, and then it will look like an overnight success, like the example with you with the Mansory. But the thing is that you're been grinding like for the last 5 years or 6 years, and
Yeah.
this Mansory is the compound effect of 1% better every day. Is that correct?
I just see the car as a trophy of the hard work I put in. But people don't need to forget, like when this year started, I was still offline of social media, bro. I was still in a shitty situation. I wasn't doing 7 figures a month back then. I was maybe doing barely 6 figures a month. And I was locking myself in for 5, 6 months. people don't notice. I was in Sweden in the fucking middle of nowhere, grinding my ass off for 4 months straight, bro. I had to drive 1 hour to go to the gym, 1 hour go to the gym, and 1 hour back, bro. There was no
2024.
say again.
Was that in 2024? This year?
2024, bro. This year, this winter, I wasn't, bro. It was -20. There was snow everywhere. I was grinding, bro. I was in
What were
cloud.
you doing in Sweden?
Bro, focus, man. I just didn't want anything to distract me, bro. I was just grinding, man. People didn't hear from me for months. Months, bro. I was off social media. I was just grinding. People don't see this. People
Yeah.
just, oh, he bought a Mansory. Fuck, he's been doing good for a very long time. No, bro, no, no, no.
Okay,
Actually,
let's talk about that because like let's talk about the moments when you were hustling, grinding, the hard times. What were the most difficult times in your life being the entrepreneur that you are right now?
the most difficult time of my life. I'm a really a family man. I'm really a family man. And the most difficult time of my life was when I got in debt. And I was living at my parents' place, of course, at this time, still in the Netherlands. And you know this sound of when somebody is of the postman coming, you know? Bro, this sound just gives me like goosebumps, you know? When I heard the sound, I was running to the doormat because I knew there was another bill coming, like another
Yeah.
how can I say that? Like you have to
Bad
pay.
news.
Bad news. When the postman came, bad news. When the doorbell rang, debt collector, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was scary as hell, man, because my mom was more stressing than me, bro. Like to
Yeah.
see every single day, to be confronted with that every single day. No, bro. I was escaping home always. I woke up at 6. I took my car. I just went out, bro. I went to a hotel or I went anywhere just to not be confronted with seeing my mom in this situation, you know. Bro, it was a very scary time because I didn't see a way out. Like it was well, like it was shitloads of money, like shitloads. Like on an average salary, it will take me 15 years, like that. So I had to make it work, bro. There was no way back, you know. And I couldn't see my mom for not an hour more like this, you know. I had to make it work. I had to make it work fast, and I was the only one to be responsible for this, and the only one that can solve this, you know. And that period, uh, it took very long. It took like maybe 1.5, 2 years. And also, what was really difficult for me is that the people around me didn't knew, because I was just too ashamed. How can I tell my friends at the time, my Dutch friends? We were just working regular jobs like flipping burgers, as you can say. How can I explain them, yo, I'm in this amount of debt? That they are not never gonna understand, you know. So I always have this fake smile and pretending like everything is going well. And bro, that was very fucked up. That was very tough. But it teaches me a lot of lessons. So I always knew I was gonna get out of this. The question was just when. And I knew I would always look back at this as a funny period of my life, and I'm thankful for it, to be honest. Because maybe that's why I'm still this hungry to this day to make it work, and why certain things didn't make me comfortable, you know. So
The best thing that happened was the worst thing in your life that
yeah,
happened was the best thing.
that made me the person I am today. So I can only be thankful for that, and I truly believe that the man that's looking down on me, that he maybe told me, okay, let's test this motherfucker, you know. He's saying he's tough. Okay, let's test him how tough he is. And if he passed his phase, then there will be beautiful things waiting for him. So I always knew no rain, no flowers, right? So a lot of rain means a lot of flowers. So that's how I looked at it. And that's how I kept my head up. And
Is
yeah,
it
it was easy, but
is it
that's
okay to ask how that you get in that situation in the first place, being in debt? And I heard something you were talking about, you shared in your stories, it was like 300,000 USD in
yeah.
debt. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's very simple. Um, when you start scaling a business, it's not just increasing ad spend or increasing paid traffic, right? There's a lot more behind the back of scaling a business. I was over leveraging a lot. I was spending too much personally. I bro, I was 18 at the time. I was spending money like water. Like because you see the Shopify dashboard, you see how much you're making a day, you calculate the profit. We're like, no, fuck it, let's spend it. I'll make it back tomorrow. That was my mindset. I was over leveraging credit cards insanely. I was over I was too late with paying my suppliers, this and that. I was cash flow issues. I had payment holds because my business wasn't correctly set up. I had a shitty backend, shitty customer service, shitty products. And when it's like that, it's going very fast. And my problem was that I didn't realize it early enough. And then you just go downhill very fast. And when you start going downhill and you have these high expenses, even the staff you have to pay this, you have to pay, and it keeps going, bro. Then when you start going downhill, it's only gonna get faster, faster, faster downhill, and that's what happened to me. Because that's always also a thing. Like it was 300,000 euros, but it kept going down. Like every
Whoa.
single, it kept going more and more and more and more and more. So I was getting more in the shit. So
And
even
how did that feel every day?
um, I can't really describe a feeling. Um, I think I surpassed the point of stress to panic, like really panic. I started really having health issues as well. Um, yeah, man, it's like difficult to describe. It's
Death, maybe like
desperate,
a feeling
desperate.
of dying or something?
No, I would call it desperate. I was looking for that word. I would be really desperate, and that's also the
Desperate.
story behind this. That's also how I started working with my business partner, because he was kind of in the same situation, and we were both desperate and panicking. Like,
So
fuck.
you and your business partner, you were together in this debt, or he had his own debt and then you came together, or
He had his own debt. I have my own debt. To this day, we're not working together anymore, but at the time we started working together because we were both super desperate, bro. We are
yeah,
both, he had his own debt. I had my own debt. He was living at his parents' place. I was living at my parents' place. He had debt collectors. I had debt collectors. He was the only one I was talking to because I couldn't tell my friends, yo, I have this debt.
yeah,
And he was the one doing e-commerce as well. He has the same, he was the only one I could talk to. So that really helped me. So then one day we just decided to work together, to build something together. So you lose focus when you are doing business with emotion. That's what I really figured out. And to keep focus, we started working together to make the right decisions and don't make stupid decisions again and start fixing this together. So I made his problem my problem, and he made my problem his problem. And we started working together. And after around 1.5 to 2 years, it finally started going more break even-ish. And yeah, from there we just got back on our feet literally. But maybe it doesn't sound like much, 1.5, 2 years. You should live my life back then in one day, bro. Like it was a fucking tough period, and I was very young, and at the time I was not as smart as I am now. So it wasn't easy, man.
yeah. I can imagine, man, that you live in debt, being desperate, stressful,
Yeah,
emotionally drained by the situation, and you feel stuck in some way because you think that how in the hell will I come back out of this again? Like, how will I, how will I come out of this situation? So I think that a lot of people, they experience that what you experience, but I don't think in the level that you experience it, because 300K is like a lot of money. So what would you say to those people that are in a similar situation? They have debt, they have loans from other people, and they try to make it happen. They try to um, yeah, come back out of a loss and be in a profit, or bounce back. What would you say to those people?
It's funny because I have a student that is kind of in the same situation, and I'm helping him with this as we speak. Um, but to be honest, I'm a very straightforward person. So I just told him like, your feelings are irrelevant, bro. Like, as sorry to tell you, but you're not a woman. Like, I shouldn't be caring about your feelings, and you shouldn't either. Just keep your head up, keep that focus, because when you start using emotions, things are gonna go downhill very, very fast, very, very fast. And I told him, bro, my situation was way different than yours. He's just 1,000 euros or a few thousand euros in debt, right? He has food, he has a roof above his head, he is living at his parents' place. He is just having some cash flow issues literally right now. So there's not really too much to complain about when you really zoom out. So sometimes it's just good to sit back, take a pen and paper, and just really describe the situation. And then you will realize it's not as bad as you might feel like it. It sounds weird, it sounds really fucked up, but when you really describe it, like, what really kept my head up is that I knew it was for a certain time of period. I knew I was gonna get out of it. Yes, I was very desperate. Yes, I was looking for ways out. I was looking anything, bro. This was the time NFTs was really fire and really on, right? Crypto was going crazy. Ecom, people were printing. Bro, I was doing everything at the same time just to make a little money. And that's what really got me more in trouble and downhill, right? But yeah, don't be desperate. Keep focused. Your emotions are irrelevant. That's something you need to understand. And just keep your head up. Make a game plan. And there's one thing, like, people can take money from you. People can take anything from you, but there's one thing people cannot take away from you, that's your knowledge and your values and the things you learn, the things you can execute. So your outputs are at the end of the day most important.
Yeah, yeah, okay. What do you think about people that, like in your case, in the 1.5 years, like how long were you doing ecom back then? In the 1.5 years that you tried to get out of your situation,
I think about 2 years.
in total with the debt included?
No, no, no. At the time, it's not that long ago. It's like, at the time I was doing 3 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, something like that.
3.5 years. So and so you start your ecom journey. 3 years later, you were in 300K debt. And then it took you like 1.5 years, 2 years to get to break even.
Yeah, I think the way we need to change the 3 to 2.5. So 2.5 years. After 2.5 years, I got in this shitty situation, and took me 2.5 years to be where I am today.
Okay, okay. And it took you 1 year to go from break even to
Yeah,
making like seven figures right now and being basically a millionaire.
yeah,
That's crazy. So, like, if you look back at this journey, I think that everyone is unique in their own way. And in a way, I think that God put you through these challenges. You are unique and your unique challenges. And that's something that you could handle back then, right? And you came stronger out of it. But is this necessary for people to succeed?
100%. I don't think that everyone experiences like this, on whatever level, but you are gonna get tested. It's not it's not if, it's when. You're for sure gonna get tested. Even now, it seems like everything is butterflies and sunshine. It's definitely not, bro. Like, even now, I'm getting challenges every single day. It's just now that it's on a bigger scale.
Can
And
you share some challenges that you're dealing with right now?
it can be anything of losing team members, or some issues with the business, or things are going down, or like, you're just keep solving and solving problems. It's more money, more problems, right? It's just on a bigger scale right now. And what I'm really talking about with the close people around me is that sometimes it feels very scary for me in the situation, to have this amount of weight on my shoulders. I have a huge team, bro. I have over 40 people and stuff right now. The payroll I'm having monthly it's stupid. It's stupid. I can tell you that. It's over 6 figures. Um, it's scary sometimes, bro. I'm feeding families, you know. I'm fucking 21. what if it happens all again? You know?
Yeah. That's the thing that I want to talk about. Like, I just wanted to ask you that. Like, is it scary and stuff like that? Like, how are you dealing with that?
I mean, it is scary, but nothing ever beautiful grows in the comfort zone. So sometimes you have to step out of that because that's where the growth is. So I'm not afraid, bro. I don't I've been battle tested, bro. I don't feel this emotion of being afraid anymore. Like
But
literally,
you
like
were afraid in the past, right?
I will I shit my pants, bro.
Yeah, for me the same. Just to share, like I myself, I had also a lot of challenges. Business, you know how business goes. It goes with ups, and then the moment when things are going very well, that's my experience. I'm flying. It feels like I'm flying, and nothing can go wrong. And then all of a sudden, you crash down back again, and you come into a situation like that, stuff like that, that you were way more worse off than when you started. I think that you experienced the same thing, right? And
Yeah.
then you pick yourself back up again and you start to fly again. And now you're like that's my experience. Now I think like I'm flying back again, nothing will happen, and then bam, something out of the blue happens. Is this the same experience for you in the business world?
Because that's what you just described is what happens when you get comfortable, right? So you can start doing good numbers, bro. When I first got back to break even and started doing 6 figures a month, I was like, damn. I can't lie. I got a little comfortable, of course. I was making money. I can buy whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. But
How
that's
does that feel? How does that feel to earn your first seven figures?
I can actually tell that story, bro.
Yeah,
Uh,
tell us, man. It's just so interesting. Everything I'm listening, man.
it was it was very recently. So people they see these numbers and whatnot, but it took me a very long time to really come to that 1M. Like, like it's there. Uh and when that happened, it's a fucking crazy story. When that happened, first thing I did, I was just going to a cigar lounge to actually I think I have to give some little bit more background about the story. So I shared this publicly the first time today on my Instagram stories. Right now I'm in the Paramount Hotel and in the suite. It's fucking amazing. But this place has something special to me and my previous business partner, right? So a lot of people they stay here. It's very famous for ecom and whatnot. But I take life. I wouldn't recommend this. I wouldn't recommend this. But I take life always at maximum risk. Maximum risk is maximum reward in my eyes. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared of nothing, bro. Like that's me. Uh, don't take my advice, but that's how I live my life, right? So when we got back to Dubai eventually, me and my partner, um, we took that risk. We made some mistakes. It doesn't matter what the mistakes were, but we were back to zero. Let me keep it at that. So we couldn't go back to the Netherlands. I mean, we could, but first of all, we couldn't even afford the ticket. And second of all, you would go back to the situation of these letters coming in every day, see your family stressing every day, this and that. So for us, what really helped us, even though we had debt, we still went to Dubai. Why? Because your environment changes a lot, bro. And the situation I was in, I couldn't hold it anymore for a fucking second, bro. Like to see my family like not anymore. So even though we had debt, we decided to come to Dubai to get that environment, to get that energy. And it's for us, it was an investment. It was again a maximum risk, which I wouldn't recommend to everyone. So we did that. We had saved up some money. We had delayed some things, some payments and this and that. And we were staying at a fucking cheap place. It was summer. The prices in Dubai are not that expensive back then, and this and that. And we just cooked our own food, and it wasn't that expensive. And we were focused. We were in a fucking amazing flow, bro. Everything was working well. We took maximum risk. What happened? Boom, we were back on zero. what we had to do is we had to call friends, this and that. Hey, can I get some money? I just need to eat, like literally like that. And we had to have a place to stay. So we did have a rental car at the time to save money on Uber. You know what Dubai. Uber is fucking expensive. We had a very cheap rental car at the time, which we were using to go A to B. Um, and we had tickets on this car. So we gave the car back. We used the deposit to pay off the tickets, and we were back on zero, no place to stay. We lended some money of some friends, and we got into a shared apartment in the Paramount Hotel, the hotel I'm staying in right now. And the shared apartment, it was actually with women. So I can complain this and that, but to be honest, it wasn't really it wasn't really that bad. But still, bro,
What kind of woman? Sorry to interrupt you, but what kind of woman?
Latina, bro. But I can't say it. I have a wifey, bro. Bro, don't set me
Yeah,
up,
just
man.
asking like what kind. Maybe I have like no
No, no, no,
nothing offensive. No,
no, no.
no,
But it was
yeah.
it was weird because there were people coming in and out every single day, like friends of friends. Sometimes I'm walking out my room, I see fucking five people on the couch, men, women, whatever, bro. It was one day I had some Pakistani sleeping in my bedroom, bro. It was
It was a
fucking weird.
mess. It was a mess.
It was really weird. It was something else. So um, there was this place when you have a cigar lounge in this hotel, and when we had something to celebrate, we went there to, get a cigar. It wasn't that expensive, but just get a cigar and celebrate. It's like some a ritual. I would say something like that. I call it. And so back now, like that's not even a long time ago. That's like 1.5 years ago. That's very recently. So when that moment came, I really became a millionaire. Then first thing I did is I went to a cigar lounge to just I was sitting alone, smoking a cigar and looking out the window. But it was weird because I was always expecting it to be some sort of special moment or to cry or whatever. Bro, I didn't feel anything. Like I felt just like another day, I felt really empty. And I was talking about this with my mom the other day, and what she told me is like, yeah, you did it, but in your imagination, in your mind, you already did it years ago. You already visualized, you already manifested it. So I think that's the reason why I didn't really, yeah, felt it that way, like it's a big achievement and whatnot. Same with the car. When I picked up the car, like I was very excited to pick it up, but when I got it, I was like, I don't know. It's weird to explain, but I manifested it for such a long time that at the time, I already felt like I had it. And when I really got it, it's like, oh, it felt like I already had it for 6 months. So it's weird to describe. I think that's something you need to experience yourself. But that smoking cigar celebration, that's something that will I have to keep it. I have to keep it. It
That
brings me
that
a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, okay. So what you're saying is that the moment when you became a millionaire, it felt like normal. Is it because you already were living like a millionaire at that point? Because it took a long time to get there, so it felt already abundant, that you were in an abundant place? Or was it like you felt it before when you had nothing, and you felt it so much that it's not this feeling is nothing not nothing special anymore because you already felt it so much. Is that what it is?
I think that's I manifested it that hard that it didn't really change because I believed that hard that I was really a millionaire, even though I wasn't. That at the time I really became a millionaire, I was like, oh, at the time I've forever been a millionaire. So what I always do is something I would recommend is I always walk in bigger shoes. I always do, because it forces me it to grow. I think there's no option back. So it can be small things, right? So even when I just came to Dubai, instead of Uber, I started hiring chauffeurs. Um, it's more expensive, of course, but I was forcing myself to be a someone, to be more, to walk in bigger shoes. even though I wasn't that person yet to be driving chauffeur every day because that shit's expensive as fuck, right? Even though with flying, bro, when I had my first business class flight, that feeling was crazy, bro. I could barely afford that, man. I was almost broke after that ticket. I can promise I was almost broke after that ticket. But the feeling that gave me, how powerful I felt like a fucking president, bro, in just business class, you know? And the energy I got out of that, the manifestation, the person, the man in the mirror I was really trying to become, the man in the mirror, he was already in the business class flight, but I wasn't. And I'm trying to become that person. That's why I forced myself to do maybe more, to push myself more and go more out of that comfort zone. So that's something I always do. I mean, I'm very big on manifesting, man. Before I bought this car, bro, I haven't skipped a single weekend of not going to a car dealership. Every single Saturday or Sunday, I go to a car dealership. I just walk around, bro. I'm looking at the Chiron, the Bugatti, bro. I'm looking at the Lamborghinis. I'm looking at the most. I'm just looking, bro. I'm touching it, you know? I'm manifesting this shit because I know my time is gonna come. I'm gonna come in that showroom and pick it up, you know? I haven't skipped no weekends, bro. Even when I'm not in Dubai, even when I'm in Netherlands or in whatever place, I just go to whatever place to see cars and just manifest that shit, bro. Even with watches as well. I go to the watch dealership with zero money in my bank account. Zero. I just talk to the salesman like, hey, can I try this watch? I want to buy it. Bro, I
What
cannot
do you say?
even.
What do you say at the end? If you're at the end of the close, how do you get out of the close?
I'm a good liar, man. I'm a good talker. I can just I'll talk myself out of it, bro. I'll say, yeah, I come back tomorrow, bro.
Stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So this is something that you really recommend people to do.
100%, man. Manifest
So
is
let's say right now you lost it all, right? You became broke again. You lost it all, but you need to. The rule is that you can't do ecom anymore. So you don't even have the skills. The only thing that you have is the mindset and the manifesting stuff. Like, would you manifest the things that you have right now, the lifestyle and everything? Would you manifest it back faster?
that's a funny question, bro.
That's a crazy question, right?
Crazy question. Yeah, like I told you, there's some things people cannot take away from you, right? So now you're taking ecom away from me. Okay, fuck you, bro.
That's why I'm telling you, like, no
Yeah,
ecom,
but
like, totally new, something that you never done. It's like you throw in, and it's something that you don't have skills in, don't have connections in, and you don't have money. You don't know no one. Would you manifest that life that you have right now faster because you already did the journey, but with ecom? If that makes any sense.
yeah, I got you, bro. Now, if I can keep my mindset, it will be very easy. So there's only one thing that's important, and that's focus and commitment, right? So go all in on something. I always say don't go like I call it like touch the water with your feet. Like, is it cold or not? No, fucking jump, bro. You're a pussy, you know, the fuck. So I would choose another business model in this scenario, and I would just go all in, man. Like I always when
And
I go,
define all in, like you're broke right now. Let's say tomorrow you're broke. What, like, how would you go all in? What does that mean? Because I hear it all the time. I understand what you're saying, but I think most people they hear all in, but they don't understand what it means to go all
I
in.
think people have too much pride for no single reason. Don't be afraid to take a job. Who the fuck are you? You're not the fucking president. Take a job, make some money, and humble yourself.
But he's a
Um,
president in his mind.
Yeah, but you're not physical, bro. You're nothing. So take that job, make some money, and you can utilize that to invest in your business, right? So in ecom, cash flows everything, man. When you don't have cash, you cannot even make cash in ecom. That's really how it is. So I will find a job which is gonna pay me my performance. So that will be something that's commission based, sales or whatever. So I can work hard. If I work hard, I can make more money.
In which
So
country would you pick right now? Let's say you go broke and you need to start this journey. It's a crazy question, right?
yeah, yeah.
Where would you start having a job again? Which country?
Well, not Dubai. I've been here being broke, and bro, that's not fun, man, bro. I know, when we go to the supermarket here, I know every single price out of my head, bro. I know how much the cheese costs. I know how much the Coca-Cola costs. I know how much the bread. Everything I had to calculate, bro. I had my banking app and I had to calculate. Oh, can I just afford this? What I have to eat tomorrow? This, bro. Dubai, no. Maybe some other environment which inspires me. Um, I like to be around people where I'm the smallest fish. So it forces me to grow. I like to be in a big ocean that I can grow in. So I don't know, man. I would have to see. I think it will be somewhere in Europe, like Spain or something. I will lock myself in, or I will go back to some sort of Sweden and just lock myself in. As long as I have the focus and commitment, the location really doesn't matter. I just need my laptop and my phone. If I can have that, then I can sort it out.
Okay, so let's say you go to Sweden for just as an example, you have a job, commission based, you earn some money and you have some cash. And how would your mindset or manifesting be valuable at that point? Or would you say like screw the manifesting stuff, just focus and start a business and take action? Like is the manifesting part important or not? That's my question to you.
Important on the long term, but on the short term, you want to move urgently. I always tell people move fast. Money moves at speed, and you just have to keep up, right? The faster you are, the more money you are going to attract. Let's say Elon Musk, how much output does he have in a day? Can we keep up? No, that's why he's making more money, right? So, what I will do is I will invest in knowledge, so I can have more output. That's literally the thing. So
You
you're
will take a
taking my
mentor, basically, a mentor.
I would, but invest in knowledge doesn't really have to be money. It can also be time. So when I started ecom, I didn't have money to buy a course. I was fucking delivering pizzas, you know. I was earning 200 euros a month. I was 16, bro. The wage back then is like 3 euros an hour. So I had to invest time in knowledge instead of money in knowledge because I didn't have the money. So what I did is bro, every single ecom video at the time, when I was 16 on YouTube, I've seen it, bro. I've seen it. You know this red ball, like when you watch the video, when you type in e-commerce, you can keep scrolling, bro. I've seen every single video, bro. I had a notebook, it was full, full written of like e-com sauce, you know. So that's what I did. So that's something you can do as well. Like when you don't have the money, invest the time at least, bro. And if you can't invest the time, do you really deserve this shit?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. So what you're saying is you would be obsessed with something else. Let's say it's ecom, right? Let's say right now you want to start over again. It's ecom. You will be obsessed by ecom, and where will you find that knowledge? Like how do you find knowledge right like you that you have right now to make seven figures, for example?
when you want to find knowledge, money is going to give you shortcuts in this life. Not only about knowledge. Name something, money is going to give you a shortcut. That's just how the world works. So when you want to get knowledge and you want to get knowledge fast, fast is the key in life. When you want to move urgent, money moves at speed, then investing in a mentor or investing in knowledge can obviously be the perfect idea because that's going to give you the shortcut. That's going to keep you on the urgent level and going to grow you fast. So that's going to make sense. So if you don't have the capital or don't have the money to invest in that, then you have to accept that you're going to be trading your time. So things are going to be slow. But there's one thing we don't have in this world, and that's time. So investing in knowledge is the best thing you can do because that's something people cannot take away from you. So investing in yourself, like I don't have to explain it, that it does make sense. And I feel sorry for the people that don't understand that yet.
And you were also explaining like in this point you're going all in, right? So what does that mean at that point? Like let's say you've invested your money in a mentor and you want to earn seven figures. Like what's the fastest road? Because you've already taken that road, right?
Yeah. So it's always good to follow a certain strategy that works because that's the funny thing about ecom. So I'm not an expert in any other business model, but in ecom you can literally see and copy everything you see. So let's take an example of a brand, it's a Gymshark. You can see what website they're running, why it's converting, how it's converting. You can see everything. You can sign up to the email list, see what emails they're running, what's converting, what's not, how is it doing well. You can see what ads they're running. You have the Facebook ad library. You can see what's profitable and how much they're spending and everything A to Z. Like it's all there for you, right? Like all the knowledge there is for you. So what I even used to do when I was starting out, I used to make like brand breakdowns. So what I did is I studied a brand A to Z. I wanted to know everything, like almost the address of the CEO, you know? So I want to understand for myself, why is this brand profitable? Why is it working? And what can I copy to make my own brand profitable? Like literally that easy. And let's also
That's it. Because if let's say you have two people, let's say someone that discovered your ecom brand and they copy perfectly what you do, will they have the same results as you?
I wouldn't say same results with copying everything. I would say copy and improve.
Okay.
That's the master
Make it
sentence.
better.
Make it better. So
Yeah.
that's the key. So when you want to succeed in ecom, we are at a point in ecom that there are so many stores printing billions, like billions. There's no single way you're gonna reinvent the wheel. Like ecom is that developed and it's only growing and growing. When you really want to make money and make money fast, let me make that clear, then you should really copy and improve. See what's working, have a working strategy, and just follow that. Like don't take another corner or go left or go. Follow the proven strategy and you're gonna succeed. I don't have to explain that. Makes sense.
Yeah, it really makes sense. I think most people they get their own emotions in the way. Is that correct? So what will be I think when you started out your journey, you had the same issue, the emotion thing, right? That the
Yeah.
emotion can get you in a downward spiral, and when you're in that spiral, it gets to you and you go downwards very fast, and it's very hard to get out of it, right? So
Yeah.
what has changed right now? Let's say you start from scratch. I think the emotional stuff will be much more easier. And what would you say about the emotions part in this game?
100%. I think a lot of people are overthinking. That let's say someone does 77 figures a month, they must be doing something different or something I don't know, something strange or something you don't know. No, like it's funny because the feedback I get from for example students that are doing good numbers, it's like, hey, it's actually pretty easy. Like you told me, but no, it's actually like pretty easy. Because it is, bro. It is, and it's funny because things you don't know or you're not as good at in for example, is you don't have to be good at it. You just have to know the person that's good at it, right? You can hire
Yeah.
very easy in the online world. So it's almost like logical sense in a way that if you can't be profitable in ecom, like you're genuinely stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
When you really go all in and have that commitment, like how can you not make it work? Like everything is out there for you. Like it's almost like given to you on a plate, right? Like take advantage. And that's in every single business model. It's just what you choose to that fits to you, you know?
And how do you deal with obstacles? So let's say, for example, you're advertising 100K ad
Yeah.
spend. That's just an example. And all of a sudden, you expect a return of investment of three. So you get 300,000 out of that. That's the ideal situation, right? But then you wake up with zero point 0.5 ROAS, for example. All of a sudden, did that happen to you or not?
No, first of all, that's not gonna happen. We have a big team. We know what we are doing. That like that's almost I wouldn't say impossible, but that's just not gonna happen. If that happens, bro, I take obstacles as a fucking king, bro. I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck it. Next time, go harder on me, like,
You don't
bro.
feel nothing about it.
No, man, no, no emotions, zero. Like, I don't care, bro. Like, no.
So this example of this student of yours, he's thousands in debt. He's at this stage right now that he's taking action, he's going all in. So what would you do if you were in his shoes right now? Would you feel bad if you're thousands in debt, for example? Like how would you what would you do if your soul was in his body right now? The student of
He's
yours.
doing it absolutely perfect because he has the framework and he's already on his way out. He's already doing orders. He's already being profitable. And it's just that he needs to compound and keeps his head around. So that's the number one mistake he made. And that's why I was really hard on him That's needed, bro. I need to keep you accountable. I need to be hard on you because that's why how you're gonna learn. So I need to be really hard on him to keep his focus because he's doing good. He's doing numbers. He has the knowledge. He has something people cannot take away from him, but he's losing his mind because he's stressing. He's panicking. He's desperate. The same situation I was in. But when you lose that emotion, you can just focus on the growth of your business. Then it's just a matter of time you get out of the situation, right? You can just count your days. It's not like that's it, bro.
Not a big deal, yeah. So if you would be in his shoes right now, you will not feel anything. You will not feel affected. You will not feel bad that you're in a loss. You just know that it will work out, and I just need to take the right steps to get out of the situation. That's it.
As a human, of course you're gonna feel it. Of course you're gonna feel shit, and of course you're gonna stress about it. But as a person, as a man that looks in the mirror, you're only allowing that stress and panic inside your body if you want to, and it's on you to allow that or not. So that's what I'm trying to say to him. Don't allow that shit into your body. Keep your focus. Switch your emotions off and just focus on what's doing good right now and go all in.
Okay. So right now at the stage that you're in, I really believe that you will become like eight, 9 or 10 figures, 9 figures, 8 figures a month, something like that. I really believe that it's possible for you, man. Like easy, not a day at the office. So are you still dealing with self-doubt in this stage that you're in right now, or is it totally gone?
That's a good question. I'm still dealing with this 100%. Because like I said, I take everything at maximum risk. Every single day I'm going out of my comfort zone. Like every single day, like not only in business, physical, in whatever single way, but um, I think when you feel too comfortable, too confident, then that's when you're not growing. So yeah, of course, I doubt myself sometimes. Like, can I really do this? Can I really handle this? But that's when you just jump and just see it yourself, right? Like, I'm claiming to be the person that can handle all this shit, so I have to prove it to myself. I prove it to the man in the mirror.
Yeah, that's very nice, man. It's very inspirational call. To end this call, maybe just the last few questions. Is that okay for you?
Sure, of
Just
course, bro.
some small questions, like how is and having an abundance mindset or gratitude or stuff of or the spirituality side of business, how is that important? Like the prayer and the spiritual things. Like how can you connect it with business, or isn't that or is just the output important? Like what's your experience and what do you think about this?
I think that's something very personal and depends on person to person. Um, yeah, fast success builds ego, slow success builds character. That's what I live by. And it's just on you how you combine it and then how you basically work on that. I think that's a very difficult question because I think that's person to person very different. I think that also comes down to religion. Um, yeah, it's difficult to answer, man.
Yeah, okay. But isn't like prayer or stuff like that? Because you have a lot of successful people, they talk that they have prayed for this, they have stuff like that. Like how will that, yeah, how is that connected to business? Or is that something that's too personal that you can't answer?
That's something I won't answer.
Okay.
Religion and family, that's something I will want to keep private.
Yeah, okay. And gratitude, is that important?
100%. I think it's important for people to understand values. That's what people lost, like a lot. Like it can be
Yeah.
even some small things and whatever. I see it happen online too much. Like for me, uh, like I said, I've seen some struggles. I'm no stranger to struggle. For me, the value of money is still like it was 10 years ago, but I've seen some people losing it crazy. So even when I'm with some friends and stuff, and I even look at prices in the supermarket, like it doesn't make sense, but I still do, bro. I don't know. I just that's not something I see myself losing or whatever. Um, I have to say when you are going really fast. it's really, really difficult to take a break and look back. That's something I'm really struggling with, to see what I've achieved, to see what I'm doing and see what I'm about to achieve, to really, yeah, take a helicopter view on that. That's what's, yeah, it's a big struggle, to be honest. That's something I need to dive, yeah, go more deeper in. But yeah, I'm always happy for what I've achieved and what I'm about to achieve. And I think that's very important in business. Like always look back and see where you come from.
Yeah, stay humble, basically. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Stay humble, but talk your shit, bro. You
what do you
came
mean
along.
with talk your shit?
Like you become a certain person when you get success, right? So you when you stay humble, bro, you're gonna miss out on a lot of networking opportunities. You can be confident sometimes in what you've achieved. You know you've been through shit. So be who you are and be next to your achievements.
And what's the next thing for you right now? How do you see your life unfolding in the future?
The next thing is peace, family. Um, I don't strive for happiness. I think happiness is a momentum, and that's really something that's here to stay. I think happiness is just an emotion, not a something you can chase, in my opinion. Um, Peace and calmness, man. And that's what I'm chasing. And to be very honest, maybe not show, maybe it won't show a good side of me. I don't want things out there in this world that I can't afford. Fuck that, bro.
You
When I
want
see
you don't want what? I didn't understand.
I don't want to see things out there that I can't afford, bro. When I see that yacht, when I see that plane or that car, bro, I want to buy it, man. I want to be able to buy it at least. So maybe that's not something right to chase or whatever, but your opinion doesn't matter. That's how I'm into this, and I want to see what my full potential is gonna bring me. So that's why I'll be focusing on the next in the next few yeah
And
few
is
whatever.
that like define abundance for you? Is abundance for you like you can buy everything that you would like to buy, like the yachts and the jets and the big things? Or is it a daily thing that you're living your full potential, you're whether you're broke or rich, if you done your best and grow and challenge yourself enough and beat the man in the mirror, that's abundance. What do you think?
I think that goes hand in hand with peace, right? So I'm not saying I want to be stupid with money and buy jets every day. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, peace. Of course, everybody wants to fly their family out in private jets, right? Of course, everybody wants a holiday in Europe on a yacht. Like peace and an abundant mindset to do whatever I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want. That's what really is valuable to me. And see what I look like on a full potential. That's the question mark I always have, and I question myself every single day. And I want to see that person, man. I want to meet that guy and tell him, yo, you done a good job, man.
Yeah, man, I'm very proud of you, of what you've achieved. It was also a very valuable call. You didn't hold back, you just shared everything. And yeah, I think that this is really valuable like,
I
for
hope so, man.
people, yeah, to get to the seven figures. And seven figures is like, it's nothing small or something, it's something that you can really be proud of. And but I know that for you, it's like, no, seven figures. I want to go to the eight figures, to the nine figures. So I really see that happening in the future. And yeah, it was a great call, man. Maybe any last things that you want to share?
Like I told you before we even hopped on this call, as long as I can inspire one single person, I'm happy, bro. Maybe some
Yeah,
people are watching this and see like, who the fuck is this dude and why is he talking like that? But bro, I don't care, man. I'm just doing my thing. I make money. As long as I can inspire one single person, I'm happy, bro. Because I wish there was someone, yeah, speaking like this when I was in that struggle, you know. So keep that head up.
yeah, yeah. I think that people, a lot of people will value this, and I think the younger self of you, the younger Defino that just started out, or maybe there are other people right now, they are 200K in debt. You never know, right? That are watching this video, and they want to get out of it, I think this is like a boost. So is there something, one last thing that you want to say to those people that are struggling right now?
Hey, come to embarrass competition, man. Come on, bro. We don't come for the coffee, we say in Dutch, right? So that's why it's important, bro. Don't come to play, man. Don't take part, take over.
That's nice, man. It was a very nice call. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, one more last thing. Where can people find you on Instagram? Like if
Uh,
like you were talking in the call about mentors, and do you have mentorships or things that you have available for people to learn from?
yeah, I do have mentorships. I do have a one-on-one coaching. I must say, I rarely promote it. I do post some students' results and stuff because, of course, I'm proud of that. To be very transparent, I only help people that I can actually help. I get a lot of applications of people that want to join, but they are not on that mindset level yet, or they don't have the cash flow. And I can give you all the knowledge, but that's not going to bring you anywhere. So applications are open. If you're looking to get some help and start scaling, then just send me a DM. My Instagram is at @DefinoHarting. Um, that's it.
Yeah, I also saw that you have a school community recently,
Yeah,
something like that. And
yeah.
what's that about, the school community?
That's fucking sick, bro. So that school community is just $1 a day. Like the pricing don't really matter, but I just done it because if it's free, like there are just gonna be shitty people in there.
Yeah,
Just
that's
to
true.
help people. So what we do there is people get access to weekly calls. So we do about 3 weekly calls. And it's just the energy there is just different, man. So it's called the 1%. It's called the 1% for a reason. If you can't afford $1 a day, like don't be bothered to join. Like I don't want you to be there. Just be hungry. Come to embarrass competition, then you're welcome. I do have a course in there as well for people that are just starting out with ecom. I share daily knowledge, I share daily value. I'm not afraid to share anything or hold anything back. So for $1 a day, we embarrass competition with only this course, bro. There's nothing like any single course that's 10K, 15K. Well, this community is better than that, like honestly. So there's that for the people that are just looking to get started or looking to scale, and a one-on-one for the people that are really gonna take it seriously. So that's why I offer. For the rest, I'm just focused on my brands. I will always keep doing that. My DM is always open as well. If you have any questions, ecom related or any advices, then just send me a DM. I will be happy to answer you and help you out. So, uh, yeah, that's it basically, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, and it's also very cool that you just answered DMs like a seven-figure earner and you're answering DMs yourself. That's crazy, man.
Hey, and fast as well, bro. Like, bro, I'm fucking fast, man. Confirm with this people.
That's very nice, man. Okay, guys, you know where to find the Defino. And basically, for me, when I take mentorship, I look at the person, their results. That's the only thing what I look at. And I think that I only take advice of people that where I want to be in life. So if I want to earn six figures or seven figures, then I take advice from someone who's doing that right now. So I think that for the people that want to take mentorship, the best thing that you can do is it the same thing that you can say, like if someone has the results, then that's the best thing to take mentorship of, right?
Follow their footsteps, of course.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay. Nothing, no words, no more words need to be said here. So, Defino, really thank you for your time. Thank you for the value that you shared. I think this video, like it's worth minimum $100. So, but it's
If
for
you charge for
free,
it, bro,
for
give me a
free.
percentage, motherfucker.
Minimum $100 each person that watch it.
No,
Normally.
thank you for having me, brother. Like I said, I just hope to inspire some people. That's all it. I don't have anything to sell you or whatever. Just that's it, man.